I built this base full of spawners, loot, and armor worth millions of dollars in game so that the entire server could team up and raid me. However, that's not exactly what ended up happening. You see, Minecraft Factions is an incredibly competitive game mode, so as soon as I leaked the coordinates to this base, everyone showed up and started fighting each other so that they could be the first ones to the loot. So it suddenly became a race. Only minutes after leaking the coordinates to the base, we've got two powerful factions already showing up. First, we've got Rich Gang, who appears to be chasing after Smoke, another power faction. I believe Smoke was outnumbered, which is why they chose to run away, but it looks like this player is not going to last their entire life. Even though Atlanta was using the fact that he had a bow to his advantage, he wasn't able to withstand the 1v3, which is completely understandable. It's really easy to die on the server, especially with how much damage players are able to do with Strength 2. Meanwhile, back at the raid itself, Rich Gang's cannoner Nan's mullet was starting to set up the cannon. He began by mining a space underground, as the base was an underground base just for some extra blocks to use as protection, and started setting up his cannon. Meanwhile, Smoke had made their way back to the base after suffering the loss of one of their comrades getting quick drop. It looks like they're being very sneaky about it, they're all crouching, and it appears they're trying to scout out the base without being noticed. This definitely is going to be a stealth operation for Smoke because they are severely outnumbered and two of their members don't even have diamond armor. Well, so much for that stealth operation. Looks like Rich Gang has found Smoke's hideout and they're currently wasting tons of creeper eggs trying to get in. But what Smoke does know is that they cannot get creeper egged as long as they're protected by obsidian. Now, I'm sure Rich Gang knows this too because they might be trying to find an entrance that wasn't perfectly covered by obsidian. Now, because obsidian breaks after only 3 hits of TNT, Cam was able to place a ton of TNT just outside of their claim and end up breaking through the obsidian box to further go on and kill one of the members of Smoke. Because they weren't fully protected, he was able to quickly kill him. Okay, just kidding. It looks like Resolution is lasting a lot longer than I thought. He managed to pop a god apple and is lasting quite a long time against Cam, who has just drank an invisibility potion, so his name tag would be hidden. Resolution blocks himself off, and if I were in his shoes, I would have definitely trapped Cam. You can just mine through and place a few blocks, and because it was in Smoke's claim, he would have had him boxed off and with no escape. Meanwhile, the entire time Smoke has been distracted trying to save their lives, cannoner Nan's mullet of Rich Gang has been trying to get into the base, and he has been making some significant progress. Although it looks like his cannon may have just blown up, he's burrowed through quite a few blocks and even made it to the obsidian wall already. This is a base wall, they're almost in. Get that, they're in. Let's see if they get the spawners. Oh, they're cannoning right through. They missed the spawners. Uh-oh. They're hitting the back wall instead of the spawners. Nothing yet. They haven't got it. Spawners are up there. The spawners! No way! What are they gonna do? Surely they just creeper egg them, right? Surely they have creeper eggs. Or they raise their cannon a bit, but I think they would just creeper egg it. Alright, they're literally going through the other side. I'm not really sure what their exact plan is. Well, let's head on back over to the cannon and see exactly what he is doing. Looks like... Okay, wait, they're firing? I don't think this is going to do much. Oh, okay, they blew up one spawner. And I think it just got burnt. Yep, the spawner got burnt. No one was there to catch it. Oh, truly a tragedy. So it looks like their strategy was to just scatter more TNT, and luckily it did work. They were able to blow up this one spawner in the corner here. However, I don't think that strategy is going to work quite as well for getting these other 3 that are a little bit further away from the back wall. If they were doing that scatter strategy right away, because the base is so small, it might have actually worked. And now they've actually taken less delay on the scatter. So now as soon as they're shooting, the TNT is blowing up before it even reaches the spawners. You can see it blew up in the middle right there, instead of getting all the way into the base and blowing up perfectly underneath the spawners. So if they're going to want to get these 3 spawners without using creeper eggs, they will have to perfectly time their TNT to blow up exactly as it's under these 3 spawners, as opposed to going all the way to hit this back wall. So that is the one problem with digging so deep into the other side, is that you're not going to exactly have that backboard anymore to use in order to get the TNT. Let's go take a look at the other faction. We'll go look at Smoke and see what they're doing. It looks like they still haven't set up a cannon. They're doing a little bit of exploring down here. They've got their base where they were previously being attacked, but they don't have anything set up yet. Now, what they don't know is that there is a second base underneath, and I've put some pretty good stuff in these chests. Got some exclusive items, some tokens, and there are actually iron golem spawners in these chests too, which nobody even knows about. So we'll go back and check on these guys, because I do want to see how they are able to get these iron golem spawners. They're definitely running into some difficulties when it comes to actually timing their cannon properly and blowing them up. You can see they are just burrowing deeper and deeper into the other side of the base without actually getting these spawners. Now, I can't exactly criticize them, as I would probably be doing the same thing if I were cannoning. However, I might have built my cannon a little bit higher up to begin with, just to make sure I can line up with the iron golems, as they put theirs considerably low here. However, it was a raid event, you're under a lot of stress, everything is extremely fast paced, so it's completely understandable that they may not have had quite enough time to perfectly line up the cannon. You want to make sure that you're the first one in, and if there are other factions, which in this case there definitely were, you want to make sure that you're able to beat them to it. But it looks like they're able to adjust the cannon a little bit more. TNT is blowing up a little bit closer to the spawners. Now he's able to just add a little bit of delay. That was almost a perfect shot. If he takes off one tick of delay, I think it will perfectly line up with the spawners. Now there is a chance that it won't be able to line up, and in that case, I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do. I don't think it's possible for this cannon to line up properly with the spawners. Oh, Smoke is taking a look. Smoke is seeing what they're up to. Now they know what's going on. They know that the spawners are being missed. Not sure why they don't just creeper egg the spawners yet, as it looks like they had lots of creeper eggs laying around before. It's very easy to do a quick method to get up there. They've lowered the barrel. Maybe they're trying to blow up the lava first. That could actually be their strategy that I'm just not even thinking of. Yeah, because if you blow up the lava, there's no chance of the spawners burning, and they'll be able to catch them much easier. So, okay, now they're just digging into the other side. Let's go take a look at the other faction's Smoke and see what they're doing. No one has started going for the lower base quite yet, so I'm curious as to see. All right, yeah, they are just barreling into the other side there. I'm not gonna spend too much time. If I do /near, you can see that Resolution and Atlanta Zero are still in the area. Now, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. I think he's in Rome right now. I think he's roaming. He's checking it out, scouting things. Cam clears. It looks like he is maybe trying to creeper egg into this box underneath here, but what he doesn't realize is that there is a casing of obsidian, so they would be unable to get into this box. You know, I didn't want people to just creeper egg directly in. I wanted to make sure that they actually had to go through the effort of cannoning, and they just killed someone here, but all he had was stone swords. That is great. Let's see, you can click here to see his inventory. Yeah, it's just stone swords. So, okay, he's going to be wasting a lot of creeper eggs on this end stone here, just because he doesn't realize that there is an obsidian layer. I said that the walls wouldn't be watered, but I didn't say anything about preventing the creeper eggs. I'm not entirely sure where he's going with this. Maybe he's creeper egging over here so that they can build a cannon. Maybe that's what's going on. It looks like they're cannoning, but they're not exactly going to be lining up with anything here. So that really is quite peculiar to see that they're just shooting in this direction. They're saying they got outclaimed, but I'm looking at the F map here, and it looks like nothing has been claimed on the north side of the base. So they would completely be fine setting up a cannon there, but I'm not going to tell them about that. I don't want to interfere too much. I want to make sure to keep things as fair as possible. I do hope these guys find some sort of success. It looks like Cam from the other faction has just roamed over and looked at their base and to see their progress, so maybe they're gonna pull up and try to kill them. Well, I wasn't watching. Oh, they raised their cannon barrel. Look at that. They were shooting a little bit higher, and they're able to get the iron golems. Now that it's been raised, they've got one spawner left, and they're just perfectly timing up the delay so that the TNT can blow up exactly underneath that iron golem spawner. Hopefully I can at least witness this last one being blown up. And there it is. Oh, did that just burn? No, he got them. Wait, he got all four? I think he might have actually got all four. It looked like the other one burnt. but I can't remember if we disabled spawners burning in lava. Both factions are now done trying to get into the first base, and so I now am recording this time lapse of Rich Gang building their cannon to shoot at the second one underneath the first. I must say I was quite impressed with how fast they actually got this cannon built. It looks like Nan's Mullet knew exactly what he was doing and the exact type of cannon. Oh man, looks like his cannon just blew up. Let's take a closer look at the progress that has been made. Alright, I'm not entirely sure what happened as I was AFK to get you guys that time-lapse shot, but that is not good news for the Rich Gang faction. Let's go take a look at Smoke and see how much progress they're making with their little diagonal cannoning strategy over here. It looks like nobody's even at the cannon. If I do /near, okay, resolution is... Oh, did they finally go from the other side? Yep, that's right. I called it. They built a base on the north side, and they are now cannoning into the base the way I thought they would do it, and the way that I thought would be the smartest. So I didn't tell them anything. I didn't say it's unclaimed on the north side. They figured it out on their own, so I'm happy to see it. And I'm glad to see these guys are being smart about the raid. They're being strategic, you know, because that other side was fully contested by the opposing faction. So now they've got a side completely to themselves. It's fully claimed, and I'm curious to see how this goes. Who makes it in first? These guys have got an extremely basic cannon. You can see Atlanta is hand placing all of the TNT, and it is definitely not making it very far. I don't think... Okay, he's putting twice as much power to TNT, and maybe that'll make it to the wall, but it's really... Okay, yeah, that did make it. It just is going down a little bit. But the other faction did recently just have their cannon blow up on them, and they've also encountered a large pool of water, which definitely would have foiled their plans if it fell down onto the wall, but luckily they're able to just... T-Speaks! What are you doing, bro? T-Speaks is spying on them. Oh, I love this so much. I love everything about this. I'm so glad I enabled invisibility potions again on the server. Nan sees him. Nan knows something's up. He probably did /near. They know someone's watching them. They have to. Oh, he's making a box. He doesn't want anyone interfering with the cannon. Wait, they could just put lava in the dispensers. He's creep ranking it. Yo! Where did bro go? Where's my boy T-Speaks at? T-Speaks. Oh, he's hiding over here. That is awesome. Bro, put some lava in the dispensers. I hope he does the lava method. I'm actually gonna open these. Okay, it's all just TNT right now. No lava. But he could definitely slide some lava in there. That would be awesome to see. That's how sabotaging worked back in the day. Yo, these guys are making some good progress. They are actually getting close. They're at the end stone already. Unfortunately, I think the end stone is going to take them a really long time because they're only shooting one TNT at the wall as opposed to scattering multiple blocks of TNT at once. So it's going to take them 5 shots for every wall of end stone that they break. So that is going to take quite some time, especially seeing as they have to hand place the TNT and hit the button again for every single shot. They do have the sand compartment set up there for when it's needed. However, it might take a while for them to get there. Now, I do think it's definitely possible to creeper egg the chests if you get inside. You just have to do it. You have to do it right. They've made it through their first layer of endstone. That is going to take a while, so let's go check up on the other faction just over here on the other side. Looks like they found T-Speaks sneaking around their cannon. I'm checking the dispensers right now. It doesn't look like he filled any of them with lava, which is kind of sad because that was like the #1 sabotage back in the day that people would do, is just put lava in other factions' dispensers. This cannon is huge. Do you guys think this is overkill for the raid? Look how many dispensers these guys have, right? Each one of those has TNT in it. And then if we fly over to the other faction, this is the cannon they're using. And they're actually making more progress with a smaller cannon that was easier and quicker to build. Now, I'm wondering if they're going to start clipping on the end stone, because if they shoot and the TNT falls down, it's not going to line up with the base. I mean, they're just going to be hitting the bottom of the base, really. Bottom of the barrel, if you will, with their TNT coming out this low. However, they might need to raise it and honestly turn down the delay a little bit, so as soon as it makes impact, it blows up directly on this wall here. Now, if you didn't already know this, you can use a potato to check the durability of the blocks that you're firing at. So if I right click this end stone, the one they just shot through had 1 durability and then they broke through. Now these all have 3 and 4 durability. So if they shoot, it'll go down in the middle. This one now has 3 durability, so it's going through. All right, they're back to shooting again. They've opened up the barrel. They have cam clears, making sure that no one's able to sneak in, constantly hitting at the barrel in case someone is using an invisibility potion to get into their cannon once again. Looks like they are up and operational and just fixing maybe a few things here and there, making sure that the cannon is adequately filled with TNT before they start firing again. Let's take a look at the other side. I love this back and forth. It's building quite the suspense here. Looks like they are almost in. Actually, that's like 3 or 4 blocks left that they need to breach through. However, I think because it's so far away, and this is the cannon they're using, they might run into some power problems. They're going to shoot this, and it's just going to barely even reach the wall. Okay, never mind. That is actually working. And it's working quite well at that. They are taking a little bit of time to shoot here. Okay, it worked. It's clipping the end stone. Go check on this faction. They are getting dangerously close. This is an extremely close battle. Very intense raid event. I'm extremely glad that I decided to host this and to see these two factions competing neck and neck, only blocks away from getting into the base. But like I said, they're shooting at a really decent speed. We'll see what these guys do on the last layer. I want to watch them get in because I definitely think that this faction's smoke will be getting in first. It's the last layer of blocks, and then we'll see what happens when it comes to actually taking the chests. Now, it will be interesting. I think we might be seeing a little bit of PvP action once these factions get in, because there's no way that smoke is going to be able to get all of the chests before the other faction gets in. They're blocks away from getting in. Surely that's almost dead. He's using a potato to check the durability. I think he saw me doing it and was taking notes. This is their last shot. Hold on. They might breach in before smoke. This is extremely close, guys. Smoke is shooting a little bit too low. This is, I think, their last shot. They're in. Smoke is not in yet. Okay, I think smoke, the next shot, will get them into the base. Okay, they almost got in at the exact same time. We're about to see a little bit of PvP here. Resolution is running away from the base. He saw that the other faction got in, and he doesn't want anything to do with it. Meanwhile, these guys have completely missed the chests. It looks like they're maybe planning on just creeper egging in. We've got Cam running over to the opposing faction's TNT cannon. It looks like he is out for blood. He wants to kill them. He wants to fight. Resolution is popping his golden apple. He's going at Cam, and he is not holding back whatsoever. Meanwhile, his cannoner is not even in full diamond armor. It looks like he just gets quick dropped there. Meanwhile, there's no firepower coming from smoke anymore. It looks like it's all going to be Cam's faction called Rich Gang. They're going to be shooting at the base, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they're able to get into these chests and just destroy that and access the loot. But we've got a huge PvP battle breaking out, a 2v1 on Resolution. Now, I saw Resolution pop his god apple, and there he goes, quick dropping. Resolution with 63 kills, Cam with 60, but looks like he just went up from 59 because that was a number 60 kill right there from Cam. Now we've got Smoke over here at the completely wrong cannon. It's definitely a close battle for sure. However, I don't think Smoke has the firepower to properly contest this raid event. Now they've got the creeper in the chest. They broke through. What did Cam get? Let me open his inventory. He got the blocks, the raid event cookie, the set of super armor, as well as the raid event pickaxe. That was a definite nice chest. That's a lot of money just from the blocks of emeralds and diamonds breaking through the first chest. So he was able to successfully creeper egg through. Now that he's done it once, it shouldn't be hard to do it anymore. Nance Mullet got that. I think that was some tokens and a collection beacon, if I'm correct. Yes, 100 tokens and a collection beacon right there. Okay, messed up the creeper egg. I'm curious as to what Smoke is planning on doing, if they're going to come back and contest the raid event, or if they're going to continue just hiding out and trying not to die. They got the endstone. That was a double chest full of endstone and nothing else. I wonder what they think of that. They're probably laughing right now because for an established faction like these guys, endstone isn't the most valuable block you can get. They're just throwing it out. They don't want any of this endstone. which is really funny because if we saw a faction that was just starting up, they would have been happy to get their hands on that much endstone. They've got one more chest. I forget what was in this one. If I switch to game mode survival. Oh, I just picked up the iron golem spawners. Yo. Wait, did they notice anything? All right. Jeez. Well, that's the end of the raid edit and the end of the video. It looks like Rich Gang was the victor of this battle. They killed Smoke countless times and pressured them off of the base. The loot is kind of just sitting there. It looks like they don't want it. Everything has been taken. Every single chest has been creeper egged. All of the iron golem spawners have been blown up, and the only thing left is the collector, which I don't even think these guys won. That is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want to play on the server, I don't care if you subscribe, you don't have to like the video, but come try out this server. It's OG Factions, it's a fun time. The IP is mineage.net. Hope to see you guys on there.